Hi, I'm Katie Holland. I'm the creator of Awakened Bellydance. I'm going to take you through an experiential process today, which involves working with the belly dance movements and our breath. So these movements, we're working more energetically. So it's not about the technique or the performance, how you look. This is about what's happening inside our bodies and around us, and how we can release, how we can cultivate, how we can integrate through these movements and having full communion and communication with ourselves in an embodied way. So we're going to look at what I call soul essence, which you might know as Kundalini. Kundalini's become a bit of a buzzword in these last years. I feel that there's a lot more to this than people realize, and that it's very important that you are working with your Kundalini or your soul essence with somebody who has very much been through this kind of process themselves and come out the other side of it with their sanity, with their life in an alchemical transformation, and that they're very clearly doing the work with themselves. So here's my cat trying to get involved. Hey. This is Miss Kundalini Kitty. She's desperate to get in front of the camera and there's no space. So yeah, really use your discernment when you're looking for somebody to work with your soul essence, because this is your ultimate fire, it's your life force. We wouldn't be in these bodies without it. We wouldn't be functioning. So there's a bit of a kind of fallacy that we have to activate Kundalini and that we need to do all these things to do that, and that it's something outside of ourselves, or it's something that maybe is just out of reach. I feel that it's already activated, it's already within us, because as I just said, we wouldn't be alive in a physical body otherwise. What's in between us and this kind of integration with ourselves is all the fears, all the programs, all the indoctrinations, all the lifetimes that we've vowed and promised and made soul contracts to never fully connect with our power, and all the fears that are in the ancestral line around our power, because maybe people have been persecuted or killed as witches, or accused of, of being involved with the magical side of things. So then we've got all the judgments and the views of society around being in our power, in our sovereign self, and really shining our light. And all of this kind of impacts our ability to really be alive in ourselves. So this is where the focus of my work is. How can we release ourselves from these false systems and also from the idea of a false Kundalini? Because often what you see being presented as a Kundalini awakening is trauma release. So this can be, again, epigenetic ancestral trauma. It can be from the person's own trauma in this body now. It can be from quantum lifetimes, and everything is kind of held in this cellular memory, in the fascia, but also between the space between the fascia and our other physicality as well. It can also be some kind of energy release. So you might call this entity release, or it could be stagnant energy of emotions that have got stuck and tensions in our body. And this can also be from going to the gym and being really pumping and working out as well, where we've created these patterns of tension within ourselves. So differentiating between all of these can be really difficult, because, as I said, it all presents to look at physically as the same thing. And sometimes it is a combination of all of it, because to really reach our true self, our true fire, we have to release all of this trauma. We have to integrate our shadow. The Kundalini work, or soul essence work, is very much about what is my shadow, what am I repressing in myself, what is it that I refuse to let the world to see. and then the ancestral trauma, and as I said, the fears of the ancestors, the soul contracts that have been made around power with our ancestors, where maybe they've wanted to give the bloodline's power away to something else rather than each soul being able to fully access that. So there's a lot happening with this, and we can have these false kundalini overlays where we're led to believe that we've had a kundalini activation, but actually it can often be an entity transference, because entities really feed on electricity, and we are electricity. So it's not to be in a fear about this, and it's not to go into a judgment of yourself or any experiences that you've had. It's just to have this awareness that might make you be able to make more sense of things that have happened for you. So we're going to do some movements to work with this, and really to focus on cleaning out anything that doesn't belong to you, anything that's been imposed in your bloodline or in your life now, or maybe of experiences that you've had, so that you can have a very clear and clean pathway, and it doesn't have to be filled up with what you think of as kundalini. It's like you can allow that space to be, so that your true self can rise through this. So hopefully that will make sense. And you might find that your body gets very hot during this process. I'm definitely hot already, because I'm in Dahab in Egypt, where I live. This is my studio. It's called the Lotus Rises, and even though it's winter, it's absolutely roasting still. But wherever you are, hot or cold weather, climate, you might find that you get really hot, and a lot of excess energy as things are kind of releasing and coming up to be seen. You might find that you have emotions, or that you cough, or that you need to spit something out. This is totally normal. Yawning, all of this, totally fine. And if you feel something is there, please spit it out. It's really important to get this out from your body. Okay, so we're going to start with our feet hip width apart, where your bones are, and your toes pointing forward. Soften your knees and tuck your pelvis under a little bit. So we're creating this alignment through our center, through the top of our head. And bounce a little bit in your knees and hold your energy. I'm going to ask you to breathe in and out through your mouth. And this is so that you get a fuller breath, and also it connects you more directly into your belly and into your sacral space, your womb space, and to your emotions. So we're going to breathe in and out through our mouth. And let go of your chest, let go of your pelvis. So like a concertina or an accordion, you're opening and closing through your spine. And then also gently with your chin. So it doesn't have to be very vigorous. Listen to your body. Make your bouncing a little bit stronger. And if it's comfortable, your chest, your pelvis, your chin, bigger movements. Open your mouth a bit wider, relax your jaw, your chin, your tongue, your teeth. Come back to your center. Now just focused on your pelvis. In and out. In and out. Put the edges of your hands into your groin And when you bring your pelvis forward, push in a little bit firmly. From all of that information that I just told you, that was a lot, you might already have had some insights or things flashing like, oh, okay, this makes sense now, or, you know, that's maybe what was going on. Because often we overlook the influences of our ancestors and the influences maybe of something we experienced 20 years ago. But actually they're all part of this bigger puzzle that is you, and ultimately of your soul awakening. So just allow any of those thoughts and ideas to percolate through your body, through your pelvis. Whether you have a physical womb or not, you still have the energy. And for men, you still have this creative life force as well. Come in and circling your hips around. Feel your body from your perineum through your feet, anchoring into the earth, connecting to the highest vibrational version of the earth right now. Feel yourself spiraling inwards and outwards into the deepest part of your inner self, into the void, the space between your hips, and expanding multidimensionally to the other timelines where everything is happening simultaneously, inside and outside of you. So these other versions of yourself which are maybe already connected fully to their true sovereignty, so if you can visualize that you're weaving between all of these possibilities of you, the small versions of you that are still hiding, the shining, awakened versions of you, and the versions that are somewhere in that space in between. And as your hips brush against all those versions of you, feel them coming closer and recognizing each other. Coming into the oneness of you. And taking your hips down and up like a figure of 8 on its side. Breathing through your mouth. And imagine that you're opening through your roots, through the ancestral lineage, all the lines from the masculine and the feminine ancestry, all the lines of creation that have culminated in you right now. Opening, clearing any old versions, any stagnant timelines, blood branches. And behind. From the future past, the present future, the interdimensional. See if you can make this movement bigger. Use your knees. Releasing into the earth, creating space in your body. Who or what energies are holding on to you that aren't matching with your frequency? And of course, this can include ex-partners and lovers. And if there's any sounds that you need to make or somebody's name, speak them out loud. Let your body sound and release yourself from this. Breathe, moving your body like water, flushing through and out. Feel any heaviness flushing through, releasing from your tailbone. Come into our figure of 8. Now if you can imagine the idea that we're told about Kundalini is that is uncoiling from the base of our spine through the sacral and up to this snaky activation at the third eye. But actually the true Kundalini comes down and it comes up and it meets in the heart space in the middle, which is what the Sufis are talking about. So, weaving, and imagine that all the heaviness from your lower body, the lower parts of yourself, is cleaning, clearing all the way through, especially through your spine, between your vertebrae, your nervous system, how much are you willing to release right now? How much light can you allow into your body? Imagine that we're climbing like water up and through, between each vertebra, all the way to the top of our head and all the way to the base of our spine. Give your hips a shimmy. Maybe you're feeling that your body's getting more tingly, it's getting more heat in it. So bend your knees and vibrate all the way through your pelvis, your hips, your legs. And breathe. your pelvis, squeezing in and out, in and out, in, to your belly button, and circling round. If you close your eyes and imagine like a snake shedding its skin, this time is from the inside of you. You think of a skin shedding on the outside, but imagine a skin shedding from the inside of you, all the way through, like you're birthing it out back into the earth. And with every out breath, this skin is shedding that little bit more, that deeper, all the way to the roots of it, till it's completely released. And you might feel at the end of that you want to pull out, and imagine that you're exploding it into the earth. Now, as you spiral your hips, imagine that the spiral of your light, your purest soul light, is moving from the base of your spine all the way up to your heart. As you get to your heart, spiraling your chest. From the top of your head, very gently spiraling through your neck and your head, from the top of your head to your heart. Moving all the way down and through. And then a very small, gentle figure of 8 with your head, your neck, and spiral around, back to your heart, back to your hips, feel yourself anchored with the earth, fully connected, and the earth holding and nurturing you. Draw your hands up to your heart, opening and turning 3 times. Bring your hands and your arms over your heart to completion, integration, bowing down to the earth, to yourself. Slowly coming up, kiss. And then give your whole body a shimmy all around you. Bring your energy around yourself, defining your energetic boundaries, your space, your energy. Through your heart, bounce on your heels. yourself back to your hips. Spiral smaller and smaller into the center of you, into the center of your light, the deepest, darkest part of you, until you come to absolute stillness. Physically still, with your energy still moving around you, and allowing any activity of your soul essence to flourish with consciousness and in the moment and the time that's perfect for you. Thank you for dancing with me.